Hello, BookTube. Whether you're new or old to this channel, you've probably seen that I include my email on pretty much every video. That's not a fake email. That's not an email I never look at. It's not a cousin once removed that checks it once in a while for compliments or marriage proposals or whatnot. That's just my email. I encourage you all to write to me at any time for any reason on any subject. As long as you're understanding, I write for a living. I'm on my email all day long. So if you write me a 5,000 word email, I'm probably not going to respond to it. If you write me an email full of discussion questions and say take all the time you want, I'm going to take forever. I'm not going to work for you. And also, if you write me a normal email, the type of email that you send to anybody else that you don't consider Factboy, you just have to be understanding that I might not respond within the hour. I might not respond within the day. But I will get to it. I try to get to it. And just the other day, I got bombarded with emails on a particular subject. Did not see it coming. And I thought I would do another episode of an infrequent feature on this channel I call Dear King Tentacle, where I read some of those letters and talk about them just a bit. Especially since I got dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of emails on this one subject. The other day, I made a community post on this channel saying that I was not going to be posting any videos that day. There was no emergency, and nothing tragic or decisive at all. It was just the day did not allow it. Especially did not allow 5 or 6 videos, but it didn't allow any. And it turns out, by sheer coincidence, despite what some of you seem to want to believe, the BookTube video makers in this little corner of BookTube are not ruthlessly coordinating with each other behind the scenes at all. We chat, a lot of us chat crossways on Voxer, but mostly about how great an actress Gates McFadden is, not about fiendish Illuminati-type plans. You have other parts of YouTube in mind when you're thinking about that sort of thing. But it turned out, by sheer coincidence, on that day, Michael K. Vaughan also did not upload a video. And I got bombarded with emails on that subject, believe it or not. So I want to read you 3 of those emails and then chat about it just a bit. Email number 1, Dear King Tentacle, tonight I called up BookTube like I do every night. It was a long day of classes, and there was a paragraph of family drama. I was honored that you included that if you're watching this video, and I will respond. I don't want to read it out here. And on tough days, one of the ways I motivate myself to get through it is to look forward to watching you and Michael K. Vaughan. But tonight there was no Michael K. Vaughan video, and there was a community post from you saying you weren't uploading anything today. This made me really sad. I'm not writing this to make you feel guilty. I just want you to know I really missed you. That's letter number 1. I'm not sure that it's me you really missed. Are you going to give us free to yoga, baby? Or are you going to go over to your chair? What are you going to do? No? Oh, there you go. You're going to go over to your chair. All right. Then letter number 2. Dear King Tentacle. This is where we all usually watch you and Michael K. Vaughan every day after dinner. And there was included a picture of one of those gigantic plasma screen TVs that takes up a whole wall. It was a great picture. I'm not going to include it. I don't know how to include videos on my visuals on my video. I'm not sure I would include it anyway unless I had the permission of everybody in it. But it was a terrific picture. I have received many pictures like this over the years. It was all of you together. It was the whole family together in the living room, all turned to the camera to smile and wave at me, and 2 dogs on the floor. And it was little kids. It was the taker of the picture and the spouse of the taker of the picture. The parents were in the frame, and the big plasma screen TV. That's the setting that's being described here. This is where we all usually watch you and Michael K. Vaughan every day after dinner. Since neither one of you uploaded videos today, we had to find a substitute. We hope you approve. And in the picture of all these people sitting in all their various recliners or the babies on the floor, on the plasma screen TV, there's an enormous video of a cat. An enormous cat video. I do not approve. And then I want to read you the 3rd email. These are 3 of many, many dozens that I got along these lines. Dear King Tentacle, no STD, no MKV, means you see, no BookTube for me. And I also had a number of emails to the effect of people were missing Frida, they were missing Roger Hotep, the millennia-old mummy that shares the screen with Michael K. Vaughan. Many emails along those lines. I got a few emails, a few of those dozens, were people just saying, boy, I hope everything's okay, I'll miss your videos. But a staggering number of them were me and Michael K. Vaughan. And, you know, this is not the first time that I've heard this from people. Many times I have heard people say over the years that you two are the only BookTube channels that I watch. Or you're the only ones that I make sure to watch. I might tune into somebody else, but I watch you two. So I saw that note struck over and over again in these emails, and I wanted to make a video addressing it because, A, it's incredibly touching. I really cannot express how touched I am that I am part of your lives like this, in a little way like this, that I am the entertainment you look forward to, that I help in any way with a hard day, or that I get the whole room interested in books or talking about something or even laughing, or that you all look at Frida. I cannot express how touching I find that. But B, for this installment of Dear King Tentacle, I also wanted to point out that there are lots of other great booktubers. Right? Michael K. Vaughan and I might be your safe zone, but the point about safe zones is to get outside them. Right? The point is to explore and find out what other channels you might really like. There are plenty of them. Hundreds and hundreds in this little corner of BookTube alone. So we shouldn't be the all or nothing of BookTube for you. That's just a small caution. The main point of this episode of Dear King Tentacle was to thank you all. There's plenty of videos on this channel in the backlog. There are plenty. There's well over 100. Actually, there's well over 700. There's well over 7,000. There's plenty if you want to pop me on and have me on in the background. But I was really touched by that. I try to make videos every day. Most days, most weeks. The effort is not making 5 videos a day. The effort is not making 10 videos a day. Because there's so much to talk about. Just so much. There's so many book or non-book related things to do and talk about. I wanted to let you know in this video that your message was received and that it really warmed my heart. So, and I'm pretty sure I can't always speak for Michael K. Vaughan, especially on the subject of comic books, but I bet it warms his heart too. Much appreciated. So there you go. Message received. I will hear from you all on all the subjects under the sun. Half the videos that I'm talking about mentioned this. I prized these mentions out of those videos, but also mentioned other things that they wanted to talk about, whether it's a book recommendation for the Crusades, or best way to bake a potato, or what do I do with my mother-in-law, or my girlfriend's driving me crazy. I'll get to all of those, but I wanted to include these because that element jumped out at me. So I'll wrap this up for now. I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube. No cat videos.